Chantell Christopher. The power of one. The power of one. Chantell Christopher.
The power of one. You know, it makes me think of my favorite nursery rhyme, the little engine that could. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. You think about it. He had a vision, he had adversity, but he had an accomplishment. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and friends, my goal today is to inspire you with the power of one. So what is the power of one? It means thinking differently, thinking outside of the box. Now you may say, well, you know what, that is not me. Matter of fact, it is you, because the least of them shall be the greatest of them. Now, throughout history, we've had different things where people, the power of one had to become activated. During the Holocaust, during the Civil Rights Movement, during the Berlin Wall, and right now we have things like the relief on Haiti, the AIDS epidemic, the cancer, and the list goes on. The thing about what is that thing inside of you that you know there has to be some type of change? It starts with you. That is the power of one. Today, I want to share 3 points with you. The first one is doubt. We all know doubt will come in the middle of a second. The fact of the matter is, I call it the danger zone. It's the point where you get at the crossroads where you have to deal with faith or fear. I can imagine Martin Luther King was there when he had threats on his family in reference to his life. And he simply just stood up and said, well, you know what? If a man has nothing to die for, what is his purpose of living? And then there's Rachel Carson. You probably never heard of her. But she was a young lady who fought against the pesticides that were killing our wildlife. She fought, she fought, she fought, she won. She said, if I have nothing to fight for, then why should I be silent? I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. And she did. Point number 2, a strong foundation. It is important for us to have a strong foundation spiritually. You need a place that you can go to. Financially, you need to save up 6 to 9 months of living expenses just in case something happens. Family values. What you need to do is make sure that your family comes first. Or what you should do is get your family on your calls. Okay? And let the two work together. And then we also have communication. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them, and know when to leave them alone. You know what I mean? And you also need to learn how to find that peace of mind, that center. It may be just going outside on a rainy day with an ice cream cone, just by yourself, because that's the point where you could focus, you could be clear, and you can see things. And then you'll start saying, I know I can. I know I can. I know I can. And the last point, just do it. It ain't nothing else to be said. Just do it. So the power of one, we sit back and we think about it. 1, we got doubt. We need to fight that with fear and faith. 2, we need to build a foundation, because let me tell you, you will get knocked down, okay? But you've got to have the power to bring yourself back up and center yourself. And the last thing, just do it. And in closing, let me just share with you some of my past experiences and where I had to go through these different things, as well as in my future. In my past, I used to work for Lisa Ray in Los Angeles, and I had just got my new apartment, and I had not retired, but I had resigned. Tyler Perry had called me and said, look, I'm doing a play and the girl's not working out. I need you to fly out and do a part. I said, cool, why don't you fax me the script and everything so I can prepare on the plane? He said, girl, when you get here, we'll figure it out. So I get there, the girl gets word that I'm there to replace her. So I'm sitting in the audience. Next thing I know, Tyler calls me back and said, that girl done quit. I need you to go up tonight. faith or fear. At that moment, I'm big, I'm faith. All right, we can do it. But as soon as I walked out the door, fear came in. And I called my mother and I said, "Ma, you're going to have to pray because this man done lost his mind." But then when I hit the stage, I just did it. The thing about it is when you do stuff in order, things happen. And that's the way you got to go about it. So, presently, oh Lord, Jesus Christ. You know, it's one thing to get up and talk about where you're going, what you're doing, and how you're doing, but when you're faced with it, now I'm just going to be real with you. Last year, I started my own acting studio. Everything went well and great. This year, I'm trying to start my own theater. Of course, adversity hit me when I tried to find a place, and I found this place. And I never forget sitting up in there, and I looked at the lady and said, "Is Ashton Kutcher in the back?" And she said, "Excuse me?" I said, "I must be punked. Somebody coming to punk me, because there's no way in the world I could be in a building that is 4 times the size of where I was and is half the price." At that point, I'm fighting with faith and fear and my doubt. But I'm going to stand on my solid foundation. My very first class, nobody was there. I sat there and I began to weep, but 15 minutes later, someone showed up. And then 4 or 5 more showed up. So my thing is, I'm going to begin to make smaller steps. It's the power of one. There was a young lady in Alabama who wanted to go to school with everyone. There was a man from India who wanted to change the whole world. His name was Gandhi. And then there was a lady who wanted to share the hope with the world. Just one, Mother Teresa. So I ask you today, what is the power of one? The power of one is that you must do something, anything. Madam Toastmaster.